yo! What's happening, people? Welcome to Open the Vaults with me, Manny Chima. And I just want to start off, guys, by saying chaos! Tomorrow, massive release. The chaos stuff goes up for sale on the Glasshammer website, so make sure you check it all out. I mean, it's a huge release. Like, it is a massive release. I have a list of quite a lot of the stuff that's coming out here. There's a new Karanak model. Karanak the Demon Dog. New model for him. There's new Flesh Hounds coming out. The new Vigilus Ablaze book is out. The new Codex Chaos Space Marines, guys, is out. There's a new Marine box. There's a new Rhino box. There's a new Lord box. And the big one, lads. The big one. The new Abaddon models coming out as well. So Abaddon goes up for sale tomorrow on the Glasshammer website. On the Glasshammer website, Abaddon is £30. He's quite dear, but I expect he's going to be a pretty cool model. So he's £30. That's for regular customers. But for members of the Elite service, Abaddon will be £27. And that is literally the cheapest price for Abaddon that you're going to find in the UK. You know, that's at 30% off. So, go Elite members! So yeah, how you doing, bro? So that's all the new releases coming out tomorrow. Make sure you check those out. If you're going to get them from us, guys. Come on, obviously. And then, I thought after that, what we could talk about is a couple of events. So, St. George's Champions coming up now. It's about 5 weeks away. And tickets are going really quickly now. Really, really quickly. And I've messaged a lot of the people that put that they were interested in the event. Messaged loads of those. And quite a few of those have jumped on buying tickets now as well. So if you want a ticket, guys, get them quick. Because they're going pretty quick. And after that, War of the Roses, guys. War of the Roses is a Team England run event. It's happening next weekend, the 20th. No, it's 23rd now, isn't it? Yeah, what a joker. The 30th and 31st of March. So next weekend, the 30th and 31st of March, it's War of the Roses. It's a singles event. There's a load of good players going at the moment. There's about 40 people, I think, on the entrance list or something like that. And a load of them are the Team England lads. A load of the lads that I've been trying to get on Team England this whole year. So it's going to be, a tough field of players. So if you want to come and you want to have some good games, definitely come. And yeah, get a ticket, guys. It's pretty cheap as well. I think it's £30 or £35 for both days. Get down there. Show your support to England, guys, and try and win. It'll be very good experience for people that are trying to get into the competitive scene or trying to do better in the competitive scene, because a load of the players there are just going to be competitive. Like I say, pretty much all of the England team's going to be there. The coach will be there, I think, and then a load of the hopefuls that were trying to get on the team this year. They didn't quite make it. They're obviously going to try again next year, probably. So all of these players will be there. So there's going to be, a good 19 to 20 players that are associated with Team England that are going to be there. So if you want some tough games, come on down. And also, I thought we could talk about my list for it. So, you mean they'll go in dry, and you'll walk like John Wayne. Yeah. But yeah, I thought I'd talk about my list for it. So I'll be looking at Tau for the England team. And to be fair, I'm really enjoying them at the moment. I enjoy the challenge of playing them. And one thing that I've been looking at is Mech Tau. And I'm playing some practice games with Robbo, also from Team England, tomorrow up in Liverpool. And we're going to play 2, 3, maybe 4 games if we could squeeze them in. Just to, get a hang of the list and see what it's like. And Robbo's practicing his Ad Mech list for Adepticon, and I'm going to practice the Mech Tau. It should be really good, and I'll get back to you guys on Monday Night Mashup about how the Mech Tau does, because at the moment I think it's really good. Simon Pridis obviously has just won the Warhammer finals, I think, at Warhammer World with Mech Tau as well, with Piranhas. So I'm going to try them out, a couple of different flavours of them, and get back to you guys about how that goes and stuff, what it's good against, what to watch out if you play against it and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I won't have the models ready for a mech list by next weekend. It's going to take me a bit longer than that to build and paint all those devilfish, piranhas, hammerheads. So I'll be taking suits next weekend. And basically, the list I took to Battlefield Birmingham was a brigade. It was pretty much a minimum brigade. I had 3 HQs, a Shadowsun, an Ethereal, and a Cadre Fireblade. And then I had 3 Firesight Marksmen and a Riptide as elites. 3 units of drones as fast attack, 3 units of broadsides as heavy support, and 6 units of 5 Fire Warriors. And it was a really good list. The balance was really there in terms of it could do pretty much whatever it wanted to do, except for fighting combat. But no, it's a strong list. I really like it. The 9 broadsides with the 1 Riptide is very helpful. I found the 1 Riptide was so good because in some of the games he did a fair amount of damage, but in the other games where he wasn't doing so much damage, he was being used to sort of charge things so that they can't charge the broadsides the next turn. Obviously, the Riptide can fall back and shoot, but the broadside wouldn't be able to if they got tagged. So that's what the Riptide was being used for, and I just found him really, really good. So I'm going to go either one of 2 lists for next weekend. They're very similar, very, very similar. So one of them is literally like 9 broadsides and 2 Riptides, because but you have to lose all of the Fire Warriors. It's literally, you only have 6 command points in that army, which is very low for a Tau army, so I'm not sure if I'll go with that. It's a bit too extreme. So you either go with 9 and 2, or 8 and 2 potentially, and I think the second Riptide is really important, because what you find quite a lot of the time is the first Riptide can charge something to stop it charging you, and most of the time what you'll do is you'll shoot your Riptide and all the broadsides at different targets that are further back, and then charge the Riptide into a separate target, so that target can't charge you next turn. But then often you've got to fall your Riptide back next turn because you need his firepower to shoot at other things, and then he can't charge back in, and then that unit is free to charge next turn. So yeah, they've got to eat Overwatch, but you're giving them the option to get in, so I think it's important to have the second Riptide so you can bounce in and out. So the first Riptide can charge, and then it then means that if you're playing this sort of combat army where they need to get into you to kill you with your Riptides, it means you can sort of you can negate their combat as well as maximize your shooting potential type thing. So you can give one of them, you can double Nova one of them to give him the cannon and the invulnerable, and then just Nova the cannon on the other one. So you've got max cannon shots on something, then you charge in the one that was Nova'd for the invuln as well into the unit. Then the next turn you switch it, so the one that's not in combat, you give him the 3-up invuln and the cannon, and then the one that's in combat falls back, and the one that wasn't in combat charges in again, so then he's got a 3-up invuln again. So you can keep bouncing the 2 Riptides in and out of the same combat, and you can keep one unit tied literally for the entire game, because the Riptides are really hard to kill with a 2-up save and a 3-up invuln, and then they're toughness 7 with 14 moons as well. It's ridiculous. And then they'll have drones nearby as well in case you do almost kill them. So I think they're key in the list. The Riptides are really good. They work really well with the broadsides, basically. And so I think 9 and 2 is a bit much, because you literally just get 6 command points, not enough. The other option is you go for 8 and 2, and you keep 3 units of Fire Warriors. So you have 1 battalion at least, and then you'll have like 8 command points or something. And the thing is, 8 could be enough, but it depends on what you're playing against. I mean, if you're playing against 3 knights, you want more. You want like 12 to 13 command points, or more if you can, because you want to give your whole army +1 to wound against a knight, and you want to do that like every turn against knights. Whereas against other things, you probably don't need it as much. But there are quite a lot of knights going around at the moment, and just like custodes and stuff like that, you want to be able to give everyone +1 to wound because you want to reliably get through tough units like that. And I think because of that, I will probably go for the second list. And the second list is 7 and 2. So you've got 7 broadsides. So I took 9 to battlefield. You've now got 7. But instead of the 1 riptide, you've got 2 riptides. So I had 9 and 1 riptide, but now I've got 7 and 2 riptides. So essentially, I've just swapped out 2 broadsides for a second riptide. And I think it's a well worthwhile swap because you lose a tiny bit of firepower, I think, but it balances out with the big shots, I think. So the broadsides get 16 SMS shots between the two of them, but the riptide only gets 8 SMS shots. However, the broadsides between them get 16 big shots, but the riptide, when he novas, will get 18 big cannon shots. So I think he's probably a bit better than the 2 broadsides in that situation because you've already got 7 broadsides. So, you know, putting in that second riptide will help the list massively because, as I say, it lets you do the bounce in and out of combat thing to stop people, you know, tying you up and things like that. But then also, he's tougher. He's toughness 7. He can have a 3-up invuln if he wants it. 14 wounds. So, I don't know. The thing is, if you play things like knights, these days you're probably playing 3 knights and friends. And I think with the Tau army, you could probably take down 1 knight with all of your big missiles, like the whole army's big missiles. And then you could take a load of chaff out with all the SMS from all those broadsides and riptides. And once you start killing the chaff and you drop 1 knight, there's like 2 knights left, maybe 3 in some cases. But then they can only be in 2 to 3 spaces. So if you can nova the invulns on the riptides in those games, 1 riptide could go off the left flank, 1 riptide could go off the right flank, and the broadsides could stay in the middle. And it just means that, you know, even if he goes after the riptides with a 3-up invuln, they'll most likely survive. So, you know, it depends what they get hit with and how much they get hit with, but they've got a really good chance of surviving. So I really like that about the double riptide. So I'm really looking forward to using it. It should be lots of fun. And yeah, that's what I'm going to take. I think the biggest things I need to watch out for is sort of like mortal wounds from not the psychic phase hurt a lot. Sort of like void ravens, dark talons, things like that, which can move over me and drop mortal wounds. They really hurt because you can't pass them over, but nobody ever drops those bombs on the broadsides because you'll do like 2 mortal wounds to a unit of broadside, which they don't really care about. It won't even half kill a broadside. But loads of people fly over the drones with it, and then it hurts. When you've got like a unit of 6 or 7 drones, and they do 5 mortal wounds, you're going to lose 3 or 4, and it's like, oh, you've lost half your drone unit in the movement phase. In the movement phase, they've not even shot a gun yet, and you've lost half of a drone unit, so... Oh, Ash. I keep thinking that 2 Borkan and 3 Borkan Firesight Marksman might be a good shout. Keeps those markers in range and means the riptides can hit pretty much anywhere on the board. Stops those lists that sit 41.1 away from the broadsides being completely free to kill them. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a really good point. And I've sort of been, you know, like arguing myself about what I should take the riptides as. And I kind of came down to the conclusion that Tau Sept is the best for them because of the +1 to wound. So, you know, as soon as you put it on something big like a knight, having your riptides wound that knight on 4s with 18 shots each, rather than wounding it on 5s, is massive. But I do get what you mean about the range. However, what I was thinking about the range is if you call a Montcar at the start, your broadsides can get into the middle of the board. Even if they can't shoot turn 1, they can at least get into the middle of the board then and be better. But the riptides with their 12-inch move, if they Montcar on top of that, with the 36-inch gun, they can pretty much reach the whole board. So that's why I've kind of decided to go Tau Sept. But I didn't think about the Firesight Marksman, actually. Borkan Firesight Marksman might actually be a really good shout. Really, really good shout. Okay, Ash, I'll have a look into it. Massive, really. Yeah, that's the thing, man. The +1 to wound is massive, but I get what you mean about the Markerite. The Markerite is really good as well. If you can get your Markerites at, 42-inch ranges, that's crazy good. So I'll definitely have a look into it. I might try it out, actually. Hi, Ramsey. How you doing, bro? Yeah, so that's what I'm taking, and it should be loads of fun. And that's another reason, Ash. That was the main reason. The main reason why I decided to go Tausept on the Riptides instead of Borkan is that it's if I go with the 7-1, the 7 broadsides and the 7-2, I mean 7 broadsides and the 2 Riptides, it's a brigade then. So it gives me 15 command points, which is huge. If I can have 7 broadsides, 2 Riptides, and still get 6 units of Fire Warriors in there, and make it a brigade, then I'm winning. So yeah, it's happy days then, and that's the list that I'll most likely be taking on the weekend, and I'll have lots of fun with it. I mean, I could look at potentially taking a double battalion, but then you need to buy an extra character who's not necessarily needed really when you've got 15 command points. So, because I mean, the only thing you would do really is probably put in a second cadre. So you've got 2 cadres and 3 firesight marksmen, so that you do have the option to actually hit with 5 markerites and then not have to use stratagems or something. But it's a 1-point strat that puts D3 extra markerite hits on something. I think with that you'll get 5 markerite hits on 1 target, so you don't really need that second character. So because I really liked having the command points of the brigade at Battlefield. They helped a lot, because I found that I still had a couple of CPs left going into turn 3, sometimes going into turn 4 as well. I had a couple of CP left. It's so useful being able to like double Nova a Riptide in like turn 4 when it's coming towards the end, and all your opponent has left sometimes is a couple of units in their backfield, like scouts or AdMech troop units, and then at that point when you go, my Riptide's going to Nova his cannon, but then he's also going to Nova the 2d6 extra move in the assault phase. It's just he reaches their back lines really quickly within like 2 turns or something, and it's really good at that point. So yeah, that's what I'm going with, guys. That's it for today, but I'm just going to remind you guys, get your tickets if you can for St. George's Champion, but also if you haven't bought a ticket for War of the Roses and you want to meet the England team, you want to see the quality of the players there at the tournament, you want to have some hard games, then get a ticket for that as well. It's this coming weekend again, 30th and 31st of March. It'll be at Element Games as well. So, what you got to lose? So, yeah, come down for that. How do we get the elite discount, Manny? Elite discount for what, bro? Is this for tickets? Reply to me, Ash. Reply to me. Tickets. Oh, it's for St. George's Champion tickets. Is that? If it's if it's St. George's Champion tickets, I think when you click on them and add them to your basket, when you go to check out, it notices that you're an elite member, and it will just give you the 10% off your tournament ticket. And if it doesn't, then message Dan and have a go at him, and he'll sort it out for you. He is the tech man, so aka peasant. He is the peasant. But no, yeah, I think the system automatically recognises that you are an elite member, and if it doesn't, then yeah, give that a shout. Get elite subscriptions, everyone. Yeah, guys. Elite subscription, it is a bargain. Thanks, Ash. Thanks. Lots of support from. We're getting lots of support from all the guys that are actually upgrading to the elite service. I mean, like Ash. You don't. you might not think it's worth it when you like look at the start of it. You're like, it's £10 a month. That's quite dear. But when you actually look into it and you're like, it's like the new releases coming out tomorrow. If you're buying Abaddon, you know, you're getting him at 30% off, which is like £9 off, £9.50, something like that. So you've literally paid for a month's subscription if you're gonna buy Abaddon. You know, it's just little things like that, and it's like St George's Champion. It's £40 for the event, but you know you get 10% off that, so you get it for £36 if you're an elite member. That's half of your month's subscription paid for just because you're going to an event, which you might have already been going to anyway. So yeah, guys, it's definitely worth it, man. 30% up to 30% off figures, 10% off the tournament tickets, but you also get 25% off any list writing services that you purchase. You also get an extra battle report every week. The Monday Night Mashup, you get live interaction with the Monday Night Mashup video. So do it, guys. What are you waiting for? But yeah, guys, you know, message me over the week and tell me what you guys are taking to War of the Roses, and we'll, you know, we'll give a couple of the list shout outs next Friday about the cool ones that we think people are going to take. So next Friday, because next Friday's Open the Vaults will be the day before War of the Roses. So, you know, shout me your list and what you're taking, and we'll talk about them. Yeah, hopefully not give away too many of your tricks, unless you don't mind us doing it. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching today. Thanks for all your support, and I'll catch you soon.